night ride on the track. What's going on? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to that Saturday morning bird feeder. We got a surprise for y'all this morning. I know you missed them last night, but they here this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Surprise,
Anyway.
surprise.
I just got introduced because I think this is Mike's first time in like a long time to be on that.
A minute. Hey, man. I try to get everybody always complaining, Mike, you all in the videos. Nah,
Anyway.
let me step out of the way and let Coach do his thing.
Anyway, I'm gonna introduce him.
I can talk. Y'all know I can talk for hours.
I saw him in the chat. What is that? Big answer. I didn't see in the chat, but I did. I did enter. Anyway, below there, you know who he is, Matt Mike, but below that we got Mr. Technician.
What up, man? Y'all wake up. Nothing much, just enjoying this week. I ain't got to take the kids to school. I'm loving it.
Ooh, boy.
Huh?
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, they're off Thanksgiving break, man. Yeah.
A whole week?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's why I said I'm already tired, Coach.
These kids, they was out last week too?
Nah, they were not last week.
It starts today. That's all. It just starts today.
Yeah,
I ain't got no little ones, so I ain't got to worry.
Yeah, no, I get to send them over relatives' house. Like y'all go over there and eat up their food.
Gotcha. Well, all right, but I got a couple of people in the chat. Let me get to introduce them to these guys. You got Robert Ponders, Andrew G's in the house. Big Ant's coming in. I just typed in the link. Xavier Lentman, Dante Rozier, and Sonia Howell. So, okay. Let's get started, man. So, one, I'm going to start with you first.
All right.
This week, give me everything about the Falcons you don't like.
Oh, boy. Thank you, Coach.
I'm going to start with you because I know you've been opinion.
It's pretty much for me, and I said it on a couple of shows, we have to do stuff differently. Our coach has to put our guys, our defense especially, in a position to win. And we got to stop putting our offense in the hurry up panic mode. I'll say as far as Zach Robinson goes, he's done pretty good. You know, he's been able to mix up stuff as far as, the looks and everything and you know, how the guys are running their routes. That's cool. But my biggest gripe is going to be the defense, man. The defense. We've got, and this is just my personal opinion, we have too many talented players. We have too many veterans on there that could be looking to be on their way out. And we're wasting the end of their career doing dumb stuff off of ego. Like, let's put this in perspective. Grady Jarrett ain't going to be here that long. Mike said this 2 years ago. You said this 2 years ago, Coach. Grady Jarrett ain't going to be here that long. You know what I'm saying? You got guys like Judon. You got guys, you know what I'm saying, like Ebiketie and Ellis and all of them. You're wasting their talent. We said it all week. We've done more with less. And you're wasting Jimmy Lake's ability to get those guys in position. I hate to say it, but this Falcons team is not a wait and see team. This is a mauling team. We're better when we're being aggressive, not when we're waiting for the fight to come to us. Let's see. And special teams. We just got to tighten up. The mental mistakes, they got to stop. They got to stop, man. I was watching 30 for 30 play in the snow against Pittsburgh. And if not for that last drive they had, they would have won. I'm watching them. I'm watching their defense. I'm watching Pittsburgh's defense. I'm like, bro, it was aggressive all game on both sides. Like, why can't we do that? We built to do it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's no excuse.
Okay.
And it's just I just feel like we're tricking off the season trying to prove a point.
All right. All right. Mike, opposite question for you. What do the Falcons need to do now during this bye week to make this right? Put you on the spot earlier.
Interesting question. I'm trying to put this as political I can, but I don't know if I can. Like anytime
Hey,
you
be
see
nice
me
about it. I
pause
want you
like
to be
that,
nice
but
about it.
I just don't I just don't like, because as a coach, as a head coach, my thing is you got to get your head out of your ass, man. Like your linebackers aren't very good when they're thinking, because they don't have the athleticism. A thinking linebacker that doesn't have the athleticism is never good. He you can't have him standing in zone because he doesn't have the footwork to be able to make up for the mistakes that he had. And this is exactly what's happened to Caden Ellis. This is what happened to Nate Lamont. These guys, they're hitters. They're linebackers that they're downhill. And so what's happening, what he's trying to do with his linebackers, he playing them so far off because they're better at playing downhill, which is absolute horrendous. This is why the run game for the Atlanta Falcons is so bad, is because he's playing them so far off. They're thinking, and you have both of those together. Yeah, it's just not. So Raheem just got to get his head out his ass, because I believe he's coaching not to get fired instead of just coaching to play to be free. So Raheem just got to get his head out of his behind, man.
All right. What's going on, Big Ant?
What's going on, y'all?
All right. I got a question for you too. Hopefully get into it.
What up, man?
What's going on?
Question: can the Falcons win with the current linebackers on the roster?
Damn, that's a good question. If we can stay healthy and if we put them in the right position, like for instance, having Caden Ellis, rushing the quarterback. I mean, he did have a sack, doing that. If we can get back, Troy healthy and have him playing in space, then I think so.
Okay.
But it has to be seen.
With that same question, I'm gonna say this: why not use our safeties, which are Richie Grant?
K-Styles been saying that for about 3 weeks now.
We've been saying this since last year.
And something I think this probably would have been done if he was healthy this year. You probably would have seen your boy Hitman playing that linebacker. I know K-Style said the same thing.
I believe so. Yeah. I don't think they trust Ricky Grant like that. I think that's the issue. The trust in Ricky Grant is pretty much done.
And I think Hitman. I think this is me personally. I think they're putting weight on Hitman. That's why he ain't playing. I think they're adjusting his body to get him bigger.
That is interesting, Coach.
I think that's what they're doing.
That's smart.
Because
he's already like 220 already.
He was like 220. So I think they probably trying to put some weight on, and it just ain't maintaining the way they want to. But I can see that happening. But if he would have been here this year, I don't think we'd have as much problems stopping the run as we having this year. And I don't think we had to worry about Caden Ellis going on wheel routes with linebackers, with running backs and stuff like that.
Oh Lord,
if that's the case.
Lord.
But we do have to get better at that linebacker position. We have to. if we want to be even next year, they have to get better at linebacker because that's our weakest link. I think we went in the season saying that was probably one of our weakest links. So, but the fact, hey, like I say, Raheem can talk. The man got a mouthpiece.
Coach,
Yes,
not to
sir.
interrupt you, but you said something very interesting. You said something very interesting. I don't think people caught on to that. Did you just say that we went into the season saying that the linebacker part of the defense was going to be could be our weakness? Okay, so you being a coach, you going into the season knowing that you have a potential weakness before game one is even played. Wouldn't you find a way to maximize what you have with that weakness instead of playing into it?
Yeah, I would have never had Ellis playing in the middle because I know he doesn't. He's not that. Ellis not even built like that. Ellis is a big guy, but Ellis is an edge guy. Didn't think Troy was going to get hurt again. Didn't see that. Well, I ain't gonna say I didn't see it coming, but you didn't expect Troy to get hurt.
Right.
And you had a 3-man rotation. I think you could have been fine with Lamon, JD, and Troy. However, the injury bug hit us, especially on that defensive side.
Now, with you saying that, I believe that Raheem planned for certain players that weren't here and did create a plan B. Because remember, who got hurt at the beginning of the season?
Trice.
Right. He was planning for him to be like our game record.
He was.
And instead of you being able to pivot and say, okay, he's out, I got to maximize my guys without getting them hurt. What are they good at? What positions are they good at? That's going over. He could have sat down with Jerry Gray and be like, hey, we know our DB room is good. What do our linebackers look like? Jerry can be like, well, he's good at this. Okay, we need to make sure that we maximize how they play. That's being a head coach. That's thinking ahead. You basically just, okay, we're going to scrap the plan because we missing our player that we thought was going to be that dude. So now we just going to limp throughout the season.
But also this is another. I hear you talking about Jerry Gray.
Yeah.
Jerry Gray is the assistant head coach. Jerry Gray runs the defense. So Jerry Gray actually has a lot of input on what's going on. So,
exactly.
We can put a lot of blame on Raheem because he is the head coach, but the assistant head coach who actually supposed to be the man that's running the defense, he's letting stuff fly too.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Because he's got to. My thing is this: if that guy got more experience than all of them combined. Exactly. So why aren't you sitting Raheem down like, look, I know you're the head coach, but bro, this is not working. If we gonna win games, we got to do A, B, and C. This ain't working.
Yeah.
I say let Jimmy Lake run his defense. Let him run his defense. It's easy to implement. Just bring those damn DBs up and make them work. That's all you have to do.
Right.
And that'll help in the run game also because a lot of teams are RPOing us like freaking crazy because they just running slants on them. They're killing us in small slants. They kill us in the screen game because our linebackers can't get out there in the flats to make those tackles. They getting screened off by a tackle that's pulling. What the hell is that? Go. Don't wait. So, yeah. And it's hurt us. There's no way in the hell we should be getting touchdown scorers in the screen game. Not like that.
And see, Coach, part of that, and then I know Mike was talking about this earlier, part of that comes from not being able to use your DBs to help out your linebackers.
Because you got them too damn far back.
Right. And see, I've been saying it all season. We're so scared of giving up the big plays that we're giving up the little plays that end in big plays.
Right. That's it. Yep.
So I'm like, last week I had to watch that game. I watched it like 10 times. I was like, what the hell are you doing?
What are we doing? We 5 to 7 yards off from the receiver. And then all they're doing is running screens behind it and running flats and slants behind them. That's all they're doing.
You know, linebackers are lost in coverage. They're like, what should I do? What should I do? Drop.
Just drop.
Just drop. Keep
They're
everything in front
thinking
of you.
too much. That's it. They're
Or they
thinking too
don't
much.
even move. They just stay there. It's like, why you ain't moving? You got an
Look,
area you need to protect. So, but
y'all go back and watch the interview that we had with John Abraham, and I'll actually cut that up. So y'all stay tuned for that. I'll post it on both AFN and Mad Mike Sports. But Abraham said this weeks ago that the linebackers were flat footed. They getting caught flat footed. They're not making the decision. And the thing is, when you have linebackers that flat footed, like I said, these guys have to be. They have to play off the line more because they're downhills and they don't have the athleticism. And like I said, that's the problem. And I think, Coach, I really do believe that is the answer to a lot of the Falcons' concerns is that if they get Hitman back, um, you got to have him playing. You have to have him playing linebacker.
mhm.
Uh, Maybe with Caden Ellis, I can stomach that because you have a more athletic guy. And Caden, he's not a bad, but he's just not a cover guy. You
Right.
should never have him in coverage consistently at all. Maybe a couple of plays, maybe on the third down, maybe
Hook
on the
and
second
curl
down,
on it. Hook
and
and
that's
curl on
it.
it. Nothing else.
That's all you do. He don't need to be moving. He don't need to be guarding any line or running back like a Alvin Kamara. Do not do that. So it's like I would rather have that. But like I said, that's the answer to it, man. They
But
have to be a little bit more aggressive.
another thing that Sean Payton did last, which is what an offensive coach is supposed to do. You're supposed to find the matchups, and they found the matchups last week.
They did.
So that I can't. Well, I guess I could blame them off
That was a
side,
that
but
was my
just
first. It was one of my first keys to victory. Is
yeah,
watch out for the underneath stuff because Sean Payton knows how to get those 1-on-ones with his best athletes underneath. He's excelled at that everywhere he's been. You remember he was with the Giants with Tiki Barber. He used to do the same
mm-hmm.
thing with Tiki Barber. That's what
So,
he's good. That's what he's always done.
Well, see the thing is, we didn't. Raheem should have known this. First of all, if you're gonna play Sean Payton, this man studies every team he plays. He. I'm gonna say this, and y'all not gonna agree with, but he like a baby Belichick. He gonna sit there and study everything your team does, and he's gonna be like, now how can I disrupt this? How can I get around this?
Man, they learn from him. Both of those guys learn from him.
Yeah,
From
yeah,
be a part of they come from that
yeah,
be a part of the tree, so they
exactly,
know how.
yeah.
exactly.
And that's why we got out coached by a guy that again familiar with our team. Anytime I go into a game, I don't care if another coach is on another team. If he's familiar with my team, then I must look so dissimilar from what he's used to seeing. Period. I'm not gonna go in there giving him looks he's used to seeing. Because that all that does is give him opportunity to win the game.
Yeah. All right, where we at next one? Next question I got here. All right, this for everybody. Should the Falcons change their defensive scheme? That means should they? I don't think we don't have the. For me, I don't think we have the personnel to run a 3-4 right now because we don't have the linebackers for it.
We have an edge, but that edge is absolute trash. He needs to be gone soon. And I'm talking about number 17. He's absolute ass. He's the one that really keeping this defense back because he's not giving us anything. He's just a big fat
Nothing.
slob of nothing right now. He's nothing to the defense.
Hey,
Like
Mike.
he's the one because the thing is the reason why I'm saying like the dude has so much. He's Nate Landman right now. He
Yeah,
has so much more athleticism, but he get caught staring and watching and looking behind instead of using it. He's a hell of an athlete.
he has one move. That's it.
That's it.
He has
That's
nothing
it.
in his repertoire. He has
So
nothing.
that's the problem. It's like I said, we have the guy to run the 3-4, but like he's not playing like a 3-4 edge, and that's the problem.
He's a 4-3 guy. You can tell the way he
That's
runs.
exactly what it is. Yeah,
So,
4-3 doesn't have the footwork to be able to play outside like a 3-4 edge. Like it's awfully similar, but the 3-4 edge has a little bit better footwork to
mhm.
play and the 3-4. And that, like I said, right now the problem, and like Coach said, is really the linebackers. The defensive line, I think we have the defensive line. Those guys do a great job of taking up their space, but it doesn't matter if the linebackers aren't occupying the gaps. And that's the problem that we have.
So, Mike, you calling that man Pew Pew 17?
Look, y'all remember Harlem Nights when he said, "Don't you shoot that little motherfucker no more"? That's exactly what it is.
So his new name, Arnold Advocated new name, Pew Pew 17.
Yeah, pew pew 17. We need to be. What's the kid that they brought up? I forgot the kid that we brought up from the practice squad. He's been playing with a lot of effort. I'd rather give him the snaps and take it away from on the Advocate, because he's an absolute waste of talent. He's a waste of space right now. He's doing nothing.
Yeah, you were just talking about that kid the other day, Mike.
That was K Styles when we was on this show. K Styles brought it up, and it's the effort, and that's the part where I'm not seeing that effort from a guy up front outside of a Rook. I won't say Rookie, but Rook. Those guys that they showing the effort. I'm seeing the effort from D'Angelo Malone. That's that right there. They giving him most. So it's the effort. That, like I said, man, we got a bunch of cowards on defense. I'm gonna just keep it real. We got a bunch of cowards on defense. They scared and not playing like alpha dogs. So like, if you gonna do that, don't even lace them up. We got a bunch of cowards on the edge. Lorenzo Carr is his 7th, 8th year. He's not the athlete that he used to be, and we clearly see that. Grady Jarrett is still suffering. In my opinion, mentally from his injury. But like, yeah, you see highlights of Grady Jarrett.
Right.
Like I said, that it's the mental. You see those spurts of Grady, but he's still suffering mentally, trying to figure out what he can and cannot do, and how stable it needs. So that's what I'm saying for Grady.
Well, Mike, you know what? The one thing about it, if you, like we said before, years past, if you're the coach, you set the tone for how you want your team to play. So if I know I got guys that if they get in the mindset of playing soft, that's the way they're going to play, then I can't say, okay, guys, go out there and tackle, but don't tackle too hard. All right, guys, go out there and pressure, but don't give up the big plays. Okay, guys, try to get at the quarterback, but try to keep somebody in front of them. You're telling them to do two things, and confused people do nothing. My job is, and that's one thing that I give the other coaching staff we had, was Ryan and them. He said, go attack. Doesn't matter if you get penalties. Don't matter if you blow a play, go attack. Because eventually what's going to happen is that sets a mindset of, yeah, y'all guys need to play. Play at your highest ability. If you make a mistake, fine, we'll reset it. I can't tell you to play and then back up. That don't make sense. And that's what he's doing. He's telling them to play and then back up. Play and be careful. Hey, come on.
I'm sorry. Do you think, because I read the article, I don't know, I think what's that man's name? D-Led. He said something that I thought was kind of weird about it. He said on the Wednesdays, instead of them practicing, they do walkthroughs. So in other words, there's no practicing, a lot more walkthroughs than practicing. A walkthrough is a practice, but not when it's not physical. So do y'all think that's a problem too?
What's going on?
Yep.
That pissed me off when I heard that you did a walkthrough before the Denver game. Like, what in the hell are you thinking about doing?
Hold on. They said they've been doing it since like 2 or 3 weeks.
No physicality. Those guys are not even physically prepared to even play those games. And you playing against a Sean Payton team? Are you freaking kidding me? Like, he's too much of a player's coach. Like I told you, this is the stuff that pisses me off with a coach. That you're trying so hard to please your players and make sure they're happy that you're forgetting the football element of things. Somebody need to put a foot in them players' behinds and get tough and stop all this. With guys like Grady Jarrett, you know what I'm saying, coming off injuries, I understand it. Maybe those guys deserve those.
The older guys.
The older guys. You do that. But when you got these young guys, You doing walkthroughs with them? You breeding complacency.
Yep. That right now, here's my mentality. If I'm first in my division, still, if I am still fourth in the conference right now, there is no more walkthroughs. There ain't no more walkthroughs at all. They can't be, because right now is where teams start getting better. Everybody's gonna start catching up with you. That's the problem I have. It ain't in the first 3 weeks where teams are still trying to figure out what they are. By this time, everybody knows who they are, and that's where they operate at. So ain't no more walkthroughs. We give Grady and them some days to rest, but the rest of y'all, oh no, we about to grind this out, because I need y'all as angry, as despicable, as disrespectful as you can be. Why? Because we trying to get into the playoffs, and we ain't been there. We had 3 years to get it right, and we just missed it. Nah, bro, we got a good position. Grind it out. I want y'all mad at me when we go in the game, so that way you take it out on the other team. This ain't about daisies and daffodils and roses. We're not doing that.
It's fine,
We're
man.
gonna go in here and play. We're gonna play flag football. Yeah.
No Ferdinand one.
No, none of that. No hugs, no kisses, no nothing.
What's going on, Mr. White?
Mr. White.
Good morning.
Since you in here,
It's fine though. Like I said, it's fine though. Good. Yeah, like I said, it's fine, man. No one is calling for Raheem, but we just calling from just a schematic. I don't even think it's schematic at this point. It's just it's a mentality, man. The biggest problem that I think he is, 2016 is still stuck in his head, and that it's so ingrained in him. He's trying to
relive it.
And I think that's the problem.
Mm-hmm. He's trying to do everything they were saying what they did in 16, but it ain't working. You have to.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, it's okay to relive it, but I'm not trying to relive the end of it either.
Yeah, he's trying to do the same exact thing instead of. Sometimes you got to upgrade and do something a little different sometimes to get the results you want. But for right now, he's getting the same results. Think about this: 16, we had to outscore everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the defense was still doing almost the same damn thing. Teams will still come back in that fourth quarter. We just had to hold off.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
was in 16 also. And it feels the same exact way.
It feels good. Yeah. I'm not the one that said. I've been saying this for the last week, but people been telling me that I'm tripping, and you think you know it all. It's nice. It's nice to hear Coach say the exact same thing.
Listen, y'all, I'm telling you, I coached for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen teams do the same thing. We look like we're like robots. Nothing's because robots, you got to go in there and program something. But we look the same way every week. Like I said, this is who the Falcons are. This is how we played the whole season. We're still in a good spot. But how far can we go doing the same thing over? Teams do catch up. And it showed the last 2 weeks, they've caught up to what Raheem's been doing. So he has to do something a lot better to make this team much better. So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you can't I have a dream us into a playoff win. You can't do it. You can't. I love Martin Luther King, but you are not gonna have a speech that's gonna get this Falcons into the playoffs. I'm sorry.
We ain't been to the mountaintop. I can see we've been to the mountaintop. We ain't been there yet.
Yeah, but what did Martin say? I might not get there with you. That means he didn't get over to the other side.
Yeah,
we ain't getting up to the mountaintop to watch everybody else play in the valley. I can't do that. No, that's not.
I need some Malcolm X in there too. Not just Martin Luther King.
Mr. White, is he in there?
Yeah.
I want you to ask this question because you came in on the end. Should the Falcons change their defensive scheme?
Not gonna make a difference as long as you don't have the bodies to exact said scheme.
I can barely
Mhm.
hear you, brother. What is?
Hold on.
Well,
I said,
yes.
changing the scheme is not gonna make a difference when you don't have said bodies to exact said scheme.
Okay, so good point.
Mhm.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
We're
Good point.
we're expecting run coverage linebackers to pass coverage. We're expecting
Good point.
pass rushers to run out in the flat and be nimble and cover running back.
shoot on.
You know, we
Ding
we
dong.
and then we're expecting very same pass rushers to give us 20 sacks a game.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
What's
listen,
today?
I get everybody
Ah,
unresolved issues with this season, but sometimes you just have to take your glasses off. They have the smudge on them, clean off a little bit,
Hmm.
and take a real good look.
I agree 1,000%. I just don't think we had the person. We had a personnel in the front, but in the back end, but our linebackers, we just don't have. You got to have linebackers. Linebackers are essential part of your coverage. I don't think people realize that
You,
they're essential to not only the front but at the back end. You
So
you
have
know,
to be able
it's
to trust those guys.
so wait. You trying to say we got a donut defense? We hard around the edges, but we soft in the middle.
what I'm saying is that we're missing Helens, we're missing Trice.
Yep.
Okay,
Those are the
because
athletes that
that's
I was talking about. Those are the athletes.
yes,
This is what I've
and
been
then we
talking
can
about
take
all week. We don't
I
right.
got
have
a.
the athleticism to match up with said offenses now. It's not
And
that
then
we
you take
all guys up front are bad.
Oh, I
We
just
just don't
thought.
have the athletes. We don't have every one of our athletes that we were counting on this year. Every last one of them are out injured.
Mhm.
JD Bertrand, Troy Anderson. You got Helms, who's a hell of an athlete himself. All these guys, Trice is out for the year. All of those are our athletes that we were going to rely on, and every last one of them are hurt.
I got a
you know,
question for. Go ahead, Sam. Go ahead.
this is
Go
what
ahead,
I
Sam.
mean about this is what I mean about the mindset when people, you're only concerned with the A and the Z. You take no context and open eye and reading the B to the Y. Results are not always the end all be all. It's the process and getting there.
That part.
So,
Bingo.
so could I'm positioned going on there. So could the Falcons, could Raheem say, well, we just want to win the South, or we just want to dominate the teams in the South? 5-1 is a
I
good
I
start,
agree. Yeah,
but
I do.
but
Hmm.
this is something they had to do because of injury. Okay, next year, could they say next year is our year because we have our pieces that we need on defense back healthy?
Yeah.
Now, now see,
Mm-hmm.
here's where understanding the culmination of building a staff coming into place because a second year in, you have a more personalized chance to get more of your people into
Mm-hmm.
your situation.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
So because you missing two guys that they was
Mm.
counting on this year, which is Trice, Hitman, and
Uh-huh.
and Troy most likely. They all
So I
hurt.
got
Your
I got a
fronts.
question.
Go ahead, Dan.
My bad. My bad.
Go
So
ahead, Dan.
what do you think that we are overachieving in year one?
No, no. I think we
No.
exactly
Mm-mm.
where we are, where we should have been. The
Right.
thing is, and this is look, man. I'm just call myself Micah Dermott, Micah Dumpus. Because I've been saying this from the very beginning. If
Right.
things go right, I have a video where I said if Kyle Pitts were to have a career year and he would return to form, this Falcons offense would be good. All
You
right.
did say
As
that.
well, I've been saying this.
Yeah,
So
I
we're
remember that.
seeing that Kyle Pitts has returned to form, and that offense is exactly that. All right. If we were able to get a defense, the defense was to be a top defense. This is what we've been. But all this is ifs. Right now, this team is exactly what they're supposed to be. If you just look at a lot of guys, we got Grady Jarrett that's coming off for torn ACL. What do y'all expect from that? Let's keep that 100% real.
Mm-hmm.
That's realistically he was not going to be there. All right, and then you brought in the Justin Simmons, who's still learning the scheme himself. He's still learning the coaching. He's still learning the players that's around him. All this is what just look. Y'all got to watch Abraham. Just check Johnny Abraham out on Maria Martin. You can follow her on Twitter, Maria Martin. He's been saying this on 11. Like he's been saying all this. It's all about chemistry and be able to put these guys together. And chemistry, it takes time. It's not you have there's never been one, to the best of my knowledge, there's never been one defense you put together in 1 year and all those guys, you're a top 10, you're a top 5. I've never seen that. I've never seen the defense built in 1 year be a top 5 defense. These guys have not been together. These coaching
That's the
staff, the
fair.
coaching staff,
The
and
fair tale.
that it doesn't happen. So you guys, everybody, all it's the fans, and including myself to a certain extent, even with the offense. Like we expect way too much of these guys. So I think we're right where we're supposed to.
But see, this is what I was talking about earlier when I said you have a plan A. Raheem's got a plan A and plan A minus. There is no B. And this year right here is going to test his head coaching abilities. Why? Like Mike and Coach said, and like Sam said, the athletes, when the athletes come out of your team due to injury or whatever, can you use what you have to win the rest of your games? See, that's where your coaching comes in at. Because now what happens is if my main players that I need right now are not here, then I need to lean on people like Jerry Gray. Okay, coach, we need to put our heads together and figure out how can we use the guys we got to improve what we got right now. Because guess what? Like Sam said, if you don't got the personnel, you can't run those schemes. Guess what? But you do have schemes you can run. There is
Hey,
something
Coach,
you can do.
can I answer Oscar's point right here? See, the thing is, scheme doesn't matter. Scheme don't matter. Anybody can know anybody. This is why when you talk about scheme and chemistry, anybody can know. There's not a player in football that doesn't understand 3-4-3. Everybody knows how to play their position. You've been taught that since Rick, since early.
That's
So
Little League.
everybody
Yeah.
knows scheme. All right.
Yep.
But if you don't know the guy that's next to you and his tendencies and what he's thinking and how he's going to react to certain situations, look, for instance, I know several people. Let's just take Julio Jones and Matt Ryan, for example. Those guys didn't even think. They can just look at each other and say, all right, Julio, give him a nod. Give him a nod. Julio know exactly what to do. Run that slant, run that deep, run that dig. Like he understands that it's about a look in his eyes. So you can sit up here and change the schemes all you want to, but if you don't have that chemistry next to the guy, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, you know what I'm saying? Scottie knew what Mike gonna do before he even did it. Like these things matter. So chemistry that's how you build great defenses. You got to have the coaches to understand the players, and the players have to understand each other. All right. So scheme does not matter as much as chemistry.
Remember what I said now, and y'all can go back and watch my show. I said football is the science of people. You got 11 men on the field that have to think like one organism. If one man is off, it doesn't work. That is the reason why we harp on Ebiketie, because we could actually have a good defensive scheme, and Ebiketie does not do his job. Guess what happens? Everybody around him has to compensate, and it throws off timing. It throws off position. How many times have we been almost ready to get at a quarterback, and Ebiketie misses his assignment, and the quarterback breaks out? How many times? You seen it in the first
Off the
3
back
games.
door. Out the back door.
You know what I'm saying? So guess
Everybody.
what? Everybody now has to break their position to try to compensate for his mistake. You know what I'm saying? How many times has Justin Simmons missed his assignment and Jesse Bates have tried to cover it, or AJ Terrell tried to cover him? That's good. That's good being good teammates, but it throws off their defense. It throws it off. You know what I'm saying? That's like one missed block on the offense throws off a route that could potentially be a touchdown. So it's 11 men got to think like one person. So Mike's right. The scheme don't matter if everybody's not on the same page.
It's just like people with high blood pressure. If you didn't have that chemistry making that damn pill, a lot of people be dead, right? That's chemistry.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Get out my business, coach.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just saying that's the truth. Chemistry works.
You know that pill. You know that pill. You supposed to take that pill, but if it ain't in your system, it don't matter.
It don't matter.
You look. You can sit up here and want to be healthy all day long, but if you got high blood pressure and you need them pills and you don't take them, guess what?
Boy, come on, man.
It's over.
Bye-bye.
All right, where we at there? I'll be going to something else. I got another question here. All right, we talking about the defense. Oh, you know what? I want to show y'all something. Now everybody talk about Jimmy Lake's defense.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little video here. I'm gonna show you.
It's gonna be good, y'all. It's gonna be good.
Oh yeah. Y'all better pay attention. Pay attention.
Get your pens and pads out, people. It's school time.
Y'all better take note.
Video documented evidence.
This is
Hold on, wait, Sam. Look, everybody be quiet on this one.
This is like almost. This is like a 2-minute thing. I'm gonna show you 2 different videos. I'm gonna show you what we're running now.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna show you what Jimmy Lake's running. Okay. So this is the Falcons defense right here. All right. So I think can everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
See,
At least 7 yards off the ball.
Now I'm gonna show you the backside of it. Look at the defense. Look at our linebackers.
Look at the gaps.
Why he go to the wrong gap?
He went to the wrong gap. Good God Almighty.
Lord have mercy.
This is like I got a couple more things. I think this is a pass play here. Was it a run? It's another run play.
Man, they 5 yards off. They a good 5 yards off. Jesus.
At least.
Same play. That's a long way. Move your feet, damn it.
Yeah. 53 was flat-footed.
I always. So, linebackers playing too deep off the ball will kill you. So that's the difference. So now I want to show you the difference with the Jimmy Lake's defense. This is from his University of Washington days here. So I got a couple things here.
No, he's hot. His chili was running hot. Second and third.
I hate the video. Let me see if I can turn that volume down. Nope, I can't turn the volume down. I ain't gonna play it because I got too much volume. So, can anybody hear me there?
Yeah.
I didn't want to play the volume. I can't turn the volume down now. So we ain't gonna play that one. No copyrights here.
Right.
So, but anyway, the difference between Jimmy Lake's defense and the Falcons defense right now is he has more athletic defense linebackers on his defense, and his cornerbacks press everything. So,
Have we heard that before?
And the thing about defense is just in general, even in your run game, when your cornerbacks is up closer, it's hard for those guys to get those blocks off also. Yeah, because you're in their face. Because once if the wide receiver coming up already 5 yards to block you, that's 5 yards that running back's going to get extra.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you don't have the linebackers that are going to get to those angles to make those stops quicker. So,
yeah, and you know what else, Coach? When you bring your DBs up like that too, especially if you decide you want to blitz, you got more guys that can get at your quarterback to stop the big play from going over the top. And see, I believe that's what he's more concerned about.
But
Because if you think about it, what has been the trend all season? We don't get enough sacks. We're not getting at the quarterback. So what you're doing is you're listening to the media complain about not getting sacks. You're keeping your guys off the line of scrimmage so that the quarterback can't make them deep throws. But instead of you getting pressure on him and getting him down or disrupting his timing, he's gonna get those big plays. They're going underneath, getting 5 yards, 7 yards, 9 yards, whatever, and they're marching us down the field to the point where we get into the red zone. Now we ain't got no choice but to bring the guys up because we ain't got. There's no more backup room, and I truly believe that's what it is. We're still listening to the media because if we weren't, we would play like I would bring my guys up because I know my linebackers can't cover. So I will bring my DBs up some. Why? Because if I decide to blitz you, you can't run the ball. So I'm gonna force your quarterback to throw. Guess what? Now I can go ahead and send some people after you.
But Ryan, even my bad, coach. Even
go ahead.
in the red zone, we still got our defenders all the way back.
Right.
We seen it. We seen it in against Denver. They scored twice on the same screenplay. I'm like, bro, we're in the
I had to
red
go back
zone.
and look
What
at
are you
it.
doing?
Right. And again, it's the mentality of, and I swear, it's the mentality of listening to the media. We're not getting pressures. Okay, so back the guys up so they can't make the big play. So you basically abandoning getting at the quarterback with all your guys versus, well, we're gonna give them a couple yards and then see if we can make a stop. Nah.
But
especially if you got a guy on opposite roster that can actually bulldoze you. And tackling don't be there. Come on, bro.
I'm upset with Jimmy Lake still because at the beginning of the season, in his press conference, I'm gonna send blitzes from everywhere. I ain't seen shit yet. Don't tell me you're
Raheem
gonna
told
do
him
something.
not to.
That's what I'm saying. Is it Raheem telling him not to? Because pressure. What is it? Pressure bust pipe.
Yeah.
Then somebody.
Yes.
And think about the time. In the time that we seen them send blitz, they hit home. Something happened.
Yeah.
So,
early in the season.
They get physical.
Yeah. Remember what I said in the games? When Atlanta has gotten physical, we have put players out of games. When we have gotten physical completely, we have put players out of games. We've gotten physical, we have caused havoc on quarterbacks. And remember now, we started the season off dealing with three quarterbacks that could scramble real well. Remember that now. So my thing is, if you've already dealt with those kind of quarterbacks, what you think you're gonna deal with when you get to the playoffs? Because you're not gonna have just no pocket passes. You're gonna have guys that's gonna be running your defensive line all around the field. So you might as well learn to bring them up now. Don't wait till you get over the threshold and then think you're gonna change this. Nah. And that's why I'm saying we're still listening to the media. Everybody's complaining about no sacks, very few pressures, and so we're scared about, like I said, losing the big play. But we're giving these little bitty underneath plays, and they marching us down the field. And what Sean Payton did, guess what happens? Everybody else is going to do now. Sean Payton just gave the NFL the recipe on stopping the Falcons going forward.
But you know what's funny about the whole thing is, I don't know if it's a Falcons thing because it's really more than one head coach. It ain't the same head coach. For some reason, new rookies, first time playing the Falcons, look like Pro Bowl quarterbacks. Every one of them.
They're cowards, man. It's a coward mentality. It's a coward mentality. They so afraid of what the media is gonna say that they like. The thing is, what I think the problem is with Raheem. He knows that the media is gonna be complaining about them not blitzing. So he deliberately not give them what they've been asking for because he don't want to hear what they got to say. I'll say, see, coach, I told you so. I mean, he's so worried about that. Like at this point in time, The media controls what the Falcons is. That's why we're seeing it year
Control
after
the
year.
narrative.
They control the narrative because the coach they bringing a punk ass. Let me excuse it, but they bringing these soft. They bringing these soft coaches that pretend to be hard. Arthur Smith,
Oh,
Dan Quinn, and Raheem. All of them care about the media. The only one that didn't care
mhm.
about the media, and you know who, and he retired because his wife told him to, and that Dean P. He's the only one that didn't care
DP.
nothing about the media.
Well,
All these soft guys. Look, the only one, the last head coach that we had wasn't soft with Dan freaking Reeves. Okay, we got a bunch of soft, whiny crybaby. They care about what everybody think about them, and they deliberately put their team in bad positions because they worried about the media is gonna see. I told you, coach. Coach, you need to do this. Just do what's best for the team. That should be number one priority.
Well, Mike, um, the last coach of the most recent memory that didn't give a shit about the media got fired. The one before this one.
well, but
And
he
I called
started.
it. And
I
He
mean, he
started though.
started caring though. That I mean, that again, he started off, but he started. That's what I mean. Like these guys are soft at heart because if you weren't soft at heart, you wouldn't change who you are. And Mike Smith was soft too. He started doing the exact same thing. So they bring all these guys, these soft. Maybe it's these. Maybe look. You got to come to Atlanta, and we know how Atlanta is. Look, you either gonna win or you gonna win. It ain't no losing in this city. It ain't the state of Georgia, excuse me. But it ain't if you from Georgia, you gonna have to win or you gonna win. Or we gonna complain. And you can't care about that if you're a head coach. And like I said, the only two guys that I've seen was Dan Reeves. Like, look, that man don't care nothing about nothing. Dean Pease, those the last two guys. You look at them, they don't care. They're going to play their style and they're going to make the necessary adjustments. I don't care if it's off coverage. I don't care if it's more cover two. But those guys are going to do what's necessary. Like everybody in the universe did not want anybody to draft Michael Vick. And Dan Reeves said, "The hell with y'all. I think this guy's gonna be special. I think he's gonna light up the league." And he traded damn near everything for him. So he didn't care about what the media and anybody else thought about him. They don't care about that. So we need guys, we need coaches that's gonna do what's necessary for the team. And at that time, we needed that. We needed a Michael Vick at that particular time because the franchise, look, we was in the dumps as far as popularity is concerned.
We was in the move. Shit.
Yeah, we were finna move, so we needed Michael Vick at the time. And Dan Reeves, like, look, I know everybody telling me not to draft this guy, but you know what I'm saying? It's like that's what we needed at that particular moment, and that's the mindset that we need to have. What our coaches need to have. So whatever it is, I don't care what the scheme. I don't care if we need to run or pass more. We need to do that. What's best for the team, and we're not seeing that.
I'm doing that. Play football. All right. What we at here? We are at 53 minutes into what's going. So I got a question. I don't think I asked this right. Now we're going to talk about our quarterback position. We had a lot of drama. I ain't gonna call it drama, but we got a lot of people talk about Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix. But anyway, I got a question about Kirk Cousins. I want everybody to give me their perspective here. Is Kirk a one and done?
Nah, I don't think so. He's like, if you look at the quarterbacks around the league, what Daniel Jones, look at him.
Gone.
Gone. You know what I'm saying? Like Kirk is Kirk. Look, let me say this. Kirk is far from done. Far from one and done.
We didn't
He
say it was
is
done. We talking
No,
about
no, 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 no. We're not talking about his career. We're just talking about as
as
far as the
far as the team.
Falcons.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. As far as the team. He's not one and done. He's the recipient of being caught up in trying to play hero ball. Because when he wasn't trying to play hero ball, you see what he put up. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. And I don't foresee us putting Penix in right now. It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with Kirk. The team just got to play better as a whole. Period.
See,
He
woman,
gonna make mistakes.
that's why I wholeheartedly disagree because of that what you just said.
Why is
It's
that?
nothing wrong with him. You hear? It's nothing wrong with him as a quarterback.
Yeah.
But we got hold on. Listen. It's nothing wrong with him. He's still a hell of a player.
Yeah.
But we got a lot of issues.
We do.
We got a lot of issues. Hold on. Wait. Because the thing is, we need edge rushers. We need a linebacker. And we can get that if for a team like the Giants who believe they may be a quarterback away, we can trade that for a second and third or whatever the case may be.
They got
And
the
we got a
defense.
young guy. So it's not this is not ideal. This is not something that we want. But as a general manager, you got to look at for Terry Fontenot, how can I improve my team when I already have a quarterback? Now, if we didn't have a quarterback, you'd be 150 billion% right. But the fact that we have a lot of issues on the defensive side of the ball, particularly with the age, we don't have a lot of young guys that we to build on. Like outside of AJ Terrell, like who's the guy we building around? Like Troy Anderson, Rook. So like I said, I don't think it. I'm not even gonna say I think because I've learned to not trust Terry Fontenot. He's a slime ball. Okay, I don't trust that dude. That man said his own mama. All right, so I don't trust him. I think, and I'm gonna end it like this, Coach. I think he done, man. It really depends on how far we go in the playoffs. If we take a long run in the playoffs and we get to the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl, say Kirk coming back. But if we don't get that, it's going to be hard for the Atlanta Falcons not to entertain trades from him.
Yeah. And my take, and like I said, this is my take. Like I said, Kirk's a good quarterback, but Kirk's valuable right now. He has a lot of value, which is a smart move by Terry Fontenot last year. And there's a lot of quarterbacks. There's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks. If I can get a second and something else for Kirk, I'm gonna listen to that offer, and I may take it. But Penix has played in 2 games. Y'all can say it's mop up. I'm saying additions. And if you look at the sidelines, when the kid got in the game last week, he had all his wide receivers, starting wide receivers, standing on the sideline watching him. They wasn't sitting on the bench. They were seeing what this kid can do.
They were.
So, is he ready? Yeah, maybe. But I think his decision making, and you tell his decision making was pretty nice in that last game. He threw 4 passes last week, and they were spot on. Spot on passes. 2 of them incomplete though, but they were spot on.
He's definitely he's definitely been watching. He's definitely been watching.
And another thing, the kid turns 25 this
25,
year?
yeah.
25.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you sit him?
So he's 30? Like that, yeah, I don't see that happening, man.
So if Kurt stays, he stays, but I'm in that same boat with Mike. I was thinking about this last I said, damn, he's playing 2 games. I understand mop-up duty. Yes, I do. I do understand mop-up duty. But he played 2 series last week. 2 series.
See, I think the thing too, Coach, everybody keep thinking about what Kurt is. And he's everything that we think he is.
Yeah.
I think he can get us and win a Super Bowl. But the biggest problem that we're having is that our defense needs players. That right there is the biggest concern. Grady Jarrett, look, it's quite possible that the Falcons could be looking,
Grady.
or Grady Jarrett be looking to shop him. It's quite possible. Drew made the video on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite possible because he's making $20 million for a guy that's not giving us 3 sacks. So it's quite possible that could be. I would absolutely
They
hate
talking
it
about
for
that.
those guys to be gone. But
I'm
we do
scared.
not have, we don't have a cornerstone on it in the front seven. We don't have a cornerstone on that defense at all.
Nope.
We have
At
that
all.
offensively. So these are the things that goes into that. It's like, who are we building around on that defense? Nobody knows.
But
Nobody knows.
do y'all think? Okay, Rook Aurora, he's a split name. It's Grady.
Yeah.
We already-
Ooh, coach. Don't do that,
we already
coach.
got his
Don't do that,
replacement.
coach. Don't you do that, coach.
Hold on.
Look,
Hold on. This
look.
I
ain't
got
funny.
it.
I know where you going. Don't do that.
Hold on.
Me and Coach were talking about this during the
Let
draft.
me finish.
Go ahead, Coach.
Let me finish.
Go ahead, Coach.
I love Grady. We all love Grady. Grady need longer arms. Root got long arms. He can keep those guys off his body. Grady gets in people's body, and Grady does his job. He does. But Rook he's a double team disaster. He kills double team.
Oh,
He kills double team.
Oh, coach, I don't like this. I don't like this. It hurt me so bad.
I'm telling you, he does. He kills
Coach, what you saying is Rook is a secret project that the team might be building on defense.
Yes.
I agree with him, man.
Listen, $20 million. Grady gonna make 6 out of that 20. That's $14 million save, guys.
You know what though? I believe Kirk. We will know if Kirk is gonna come back on the Falcons if we get into the playoffs.
It ain't gonna matter.
Yeah, no. Just hear me out. Hear me out. What I'm saying is, I believe they're waiting to see, like Mike said, how far we can go with him. Because, like I said, Penix is in a good space.
Great spot.
Yeah, because like I said, when I seen the mop up he did, he's not scared. He, first of all, if you watch the first 30 seconds of him coming on the field, what does he do? He goes to the guys on the offense and he rallies them up. Go, okay, look, we know we in the game. We ain't gonna win it. Let's just go play. Then they get out there and they play. The first thing you see him do is read the defense. Like, okay, what are these guys coming at me with? And then he lets it go. He's got a 1 to 2 second release. It's fast. He don't even do. I haven't seen him take more than now. He sits off the line, but he'll take 2 steps and let it go, because by that time he's already seen what the defense is going to give him. And if
y'all
they decide
Zach Robinson didn't come here because of Michael Penix, he came here for a quarterback. I'm just saying, bro.
He did. Come on, Mike.
It's a lot he can do with that young man. I'm telling you, he's gonna be a nightmare because of his quick release, and it's basically gonna make our offense even faster, because now he's gonna look at the defense. Okay, yeah, I see what they're doing. Bam, and it's gone.
Yeah, he didn't come here to coach no old guys. I'm just saying, look. It's very uncomfortable, but you have to have these uncomfortable conversations, and you just got to be realistic. This is a young coaching staff, and some veterans probably. Some veterans may know more. I would say probably know more, but they have more experience in the game than they do, as far as like just certain situations. But he just didn't come here to coach no old guy and say, you know what, I'm gonna let you do whatever you want to do. He came here. I'm telling you, him, DJ Williams, all these guys came here for Penix, man. I'm telling y'all, you didn't bring all these guys in here just to be sitting around.
Quarterback coaches, goddamn, what is it?
It's all the signs are there.
It wasn't for Kirk. I hate to say that. Kirk knows probably no more than half the coaches they have in there, however. But it wasn't for Kirk.
So. Hell no.
And by the way,
Kirk don't need all that.
K Styles said this the beginning of the year. Kev been saying this.
Mhm.
It just took me time to kind of put it all together, but Kev been saying this.
Everything is aligning.
Like I say, I hope Kirk get us to where we want to be, but I don't see it.
Me, honestly, as far as this being year one for us,
Right.
I'm not totally mad if we get there, fine. If we don't, because for one thing, Raheem did come in here and say we had to outrun the South first. So that's what we've done. Then he said next is the playoffs. What he said was once you get to the playoffs, anything can happen. And that's pretty much where we're trying to get to. Once you get to the playoffs, okay, fine. We'll see what happens. Because even he know, and I hate to say this, but he's told us early in the season, even he know that, hey, this team ain't really ready for no Super Bowl run.
He said exactly that. He said we just want to we want to outrun the South. That was his first goal. He didn't say nothing about no Super Bowl.
Right.
He came out and said they wanted to outrun the South, and that's it.
So I got a question: is outrunning the South meaning winning the South, or just winning more games in the South?
Just winning more games, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think he just wanted to come in and make a statement to those three teams. That's my opinion.
Well, you know what? Look at it though. Look at it. What kept us out of the playoffs? Not winning the South.
Not winning the South, yeah.
So the first problem, and this is why I take my hat off to him on this. He saw the problem we had was it was 3 years we could have walked right into the playoffs. We didn't win the South. So the first thing is learn to win your division, then get to the playoffs. Once you get to the playoffs, anything can happen. You may get to the championship. He never promised us a Super Bowl. So that's why he said if we get to the playoffs, anything can happen. So we're winning the South. So now we just got to get to the playoffs. So that's where we at. Because he know this team got holes in it. That's one thing I will admit. He knows this team is not 100%. So is him doing what he doing, or is he being a man of his word and saying, okay, I know this team ain't where it's at. I ain't gonna say that, but okay, we gonna limp along, see what we can get away with, and then next year I'm gonna really build this team the way it's supposed to be built. Now look at it from that perspective.
Hey, OG.
Yes,
what's your thing? Is Kirk a one and done?
As probably the only person sitting in here that's having a whole Kevin Spacey moment in Negotiator.
Oh shit.
I mean, I'm sitting here and I've listened week after week since the moment we signed this man. I mean, whether it's possible trade scenarios or I'm feeling like the only man in the room that's not trying to put this man head on the guillotine. And I get for all the reasons that have been stated and said, I get it. I wholeheartedly get it. But at the same time, we're sitting in a situation that 24 other teams wish they were in. I mean, Dirty Kurt's contract is looking a whole lot better than a couple other people right now.
You think?
Most definitely.
They gonna Sam, and that's the reason for that reason why you just said is why. Look, he's not the only one that is going to have conversations about trading for a quarterback. People are gonna see what the Falcons is going, what they want for Penny. Don't get that. Don't get it twisted. But if you're Atlanta Falcons, are you giving up Penix? I don't see. I think you giving up. You're gonna take that cap hit. And you kind of manipulate that more with Kurt than it is with him.
I wholeheartedly pray and hope to God that when this goes down the way it's gonna go down, I hope this boy is ready. I really do. I really do. But I'm just saying, in the back of my mind, the bottom of my heart, I feel like it'll be a mistake next year. I really do. I don't think and it's just me.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. How long do how long do everybody think Kurt has?
Well,
Kurt is not a spring chicken.
I'm I have maintained my stance on this entire situation and said that this boy needs at least 2 seasons with the
No,
Cleveland.
no, 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 hold on. I know how you feel. Look. We gonna get to that one. How long does everybody believe that Kirk Cousins? Because this is the conversation from the Atlanta Falcons that you have to have. Because Kirk is what 33, 30 somewhere in
More
there.
than that, I think Kirk's like almost 35. I think.
He
So,
ain't 40 like that guy up in New
oh
York.
wow, so he's down there 40. Oh, so that right there goes into because in the Atlanta Falcons head, if he let's just say for argument's sake, Kurt has 3 years. And you got Kyle Pitts contract,
36.
you you got Drake. So he's 36 years old. So he'll be 38 in 2 years. So how long do you guys think that this Atlanta Falcons team can continue to build around Kirk Cousins and postpone? Because if let's just say that Penix is better with a guy like Kyle Pitts, because we got to figure that out now.
Mm-hmm.
You got to see if he's better with Drake London. You got to figure that out now
Mm-hmm.
because you about to pay both of those guys at some point. And then you got Donnell Mooney, who only signed a 3-year deal, was essentially a 2-year deal. So you got to figure that out now.
Bingo.
And then you got the other running back and Tyler Algier. You got to figure that out now.
Well, like I said, I hope and pray, but it just me, my eyesight, and what I've looked at, and all things involved, from Washington to now. Yeah. And then how much can we trust his legs from the kneecap down? I'm just
I
I
mean,
taking
can we
all
really?
that.
Kurt old as hell too. Kurt ain't been.
All right, man. All
I
right.
mean, that's a
Kurt
good
is not.
argument, though.
I'm.
That's a good argument.
I
That's a
I
great
get
argument.
it, but Sam, Kurt is old. He
But
had a torn Achilles, so it's the same situation, really.
Penix is 4 years removed from that injury, though.
It's the same. It's the same issue.
Well,
That's why I said these are the things that the Atlanta Falcons have to see. The thing is, you just got to think
I
about it.
will follow the majority and just say, hey, the clock strikes
Sam wants the veteran. He does not want to rely on the rookie right now.
Well, he's gonna be a rookie next year.
the thing is, injuries involved. Penix has a leg up because he's younger, which means his body can take more abuse.
So
But
all right.
It's gonna be
yeah,
interesting.
I'm saying, if you're looking at injury for injury, Penix has more. He has more tread on the tire because his body's younger.
Injury from
But
injury. I'm
I get what Sam is saying.
from the standpoint, is this boy ready? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
we
Everybody
won't know that though.
right. Is this boy ready? Is he gonna be ready? I mean, how much are we really putting on that? Are we really looking at
You
everything
know
on that
what?
right now? If the clock struck zeros on this season, and we drop his ass in the middle of this damn war zone next year, is he really ready?
You know,
Well,
Sam.
Is
Look,
Hold on.
go ahead, and I'll go.
What Mike was stating earlier. Well, they were all stating. We do have 4 quarterback coaches to get him ready. I'm not saying we. I'm just
The
look
proof is in
for
the pudding,
argument
man. The proof is
for
in the evidence.
argument
I mean,
purposes.
the proof is in the evidence. It don't matter if he's not ready or not. We have the pieces around him, the offensive line, the running backs, the wide receivers, to make sure that makes the process that much easier. So it really doesn't matter when it comes down to it because it's two things are gonna happen. Kyle Pitts gonna walk, Drake gonna walk, Tyler Algier gonna be gone. If Kurt stays, all right.
And
And if Pitts is here, I mean, if Kurt is that guy, I mean, if Pitts is here, some of those guys gonna have to come because look, you're gonna have two quarterbacks, and that's money to this quarterback. So I understand as far as the experience in the quarterback as of right now. If you're trying to win, it's clear right now that Kurt is that guy. But if as the year keep going, you got to say, all right, how much is that experience is a asset to this team as the year goes on, because he's getting older.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say it like this, and I know Sam's concerned, but we got to think all the way back. And I'm about to use this. We want to have a situation team wise to where when Mike Penix is put on the field, it's sort of like when Matt Ryan came in the league. You got enough people, you got enough weapons, you got enough guys on the team that can help him, that's around him. That's what you need. Because
Right.
the thing is, you don't want to put a rookie in a situation with a bunch of rookies
Ding,
because
ding,
there's
ding, ding, ding.
nobody he can learn from. That's what we kind of threw Ritter into. You got
Yep.
Mooney, you got Drake, you got everybody coming into their veteran role now.
Yep.
That's going to help him. And then you need to have a bunch of veterans on O-line. I would put my a rookie quarterback in with that situation versus him having to relearn new weapons, have new O-linemen and stuff like that, because nobody's going to know their job. And he's
Yep.
going to get murdered because he's going to go up against veteran teams that can get around everybody. But if you got them veterans still on the field, I'd put him in there. I'd be more confident with him in there with Drake and them
Right
now
there.
coming into their own versus them trying to learn themselves.
But
That's a better position.
Another big point is going to show what they're going to do when this draft comes around next year. When you see that right tackle taken first round,
they going with Penix. They going with Penix.
It's going to prove the whole point right there.
Just wait till it get December. When we start hearing the whispers, because that's when all the draft stock and the free agency contract, that's when we start hearing. So we're going to see real soon where it's going to go.
Like I said, I like Kirk just like everybody else, but
yep.
How long do you sit him? That's the
Man, they threw Matt Ryan when he started showing the little semblance of age. They got rid of him with what they did. Matt Ryan, they like, nah, Matt, you owe. Look, once a quarterback starts saying, when you start paying them that much money and they start showing their age, look, I mean, you don't get too many A-Rods where you get chance after chance after chance after chance when you look old.
He looks old.
Now we'll see, because Blank and them have already stated we're in win now mode. And what the team has proved, what the team proves this year is what's going to set up for next year. Let's just say
that right there.
If we get to the playoffs with the squad we got right now and Kirk, what's going to happen is they're going to be like, we've gotten over the hump. Okay, let's build around the future and see what Penix can do. Because they're going to say, Rob, you outran the South one time, you can do it again. And they're gonna build around that young man.
So, Coach, one more question. So, what do you think the Atlanta Falcons because when you have a veteran quarterback, and a young quarterback, and then you have a lot of young pieces offensively, what do you? If there's a question to everybody, what do you personally believe what they're building towards? Because you have a veteran quarterback, but you got a young quarterback there, but you got a lot of young pieces around them. So, like, what do you think, based on what y'all see, what the Atlanta Falcons are trying to accomplish?
Well, first of all, they want to win. They want to establish a culture of winning with young people. Because think about it, Atlanta Falcons has always added veterans here, spending money on veterans that come in for like a loaner card type thing. And right now, they have built a foundation of young players. They're trying to have that Pittsburgh feeling, I guess you want to call it, where everybody stay at Pittsburgh and they play through Pittsburgh and win. So they're trying to build a culture that people come to Atlanta, they want to stay in Atlanta. So other than that, man, they got to win. They want to win, and that's what Arthur Blank's giving them the money to do. So
They did have a veteran quarterback, and they had Ben Roethlisberger sitting down before he was ready to play too.
mhm.
Just saying, and it didn't
But
take long for Ben.
1 year.
It
yeah,
took 1 year,
he that
and he did say Arthur said he does model his Pittsburgh is one of those teams that he models himself after.
yeah, and they're taking what if you look at it, they're taking little bits and pieces from everybody, especially the winning teams, the teams that have been winning the longest, and they're saying, okay, what's making them win? What's keeping them in the winning category? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's like, hey, I want to do this. So, like I said, build around. They're looking at what gave Matt Ryan his success. Okay, we're gonna try to model that. Now, what's Pittsburgh's success? Their defense. How do we model after that? They're taking bits and pieces from every team and saying, okay, trying like Coach said, trying to establish a culture. So
Ooh,
if you can keep
speaking
the
of
kind of like the foundation and the same rotation of players around, it gives you more. It gives you longevity. It gives you longevity.
But there's a thing. I'm looking at the sports cap thing here. If you trade Kirk after the June 1st, right, you save you got a cap saving of $27 million or 25.
ooh, ooh.
That's a trade.
And you can spread those throughout the remainder of their contract too.
Right. Then 26, you save $32 million.
Mm.
In 27, you saving 45. So there's ways to do a lot of things, guys. So don't the money's there, but I'm just saying, don't be
Gotta
surprised.
do it.
And that fifth
Gotta
year
do
is prorated with a quarterback too.
Exactly.
So the contract, all the contracts, if they don't come up with the cap for the quarterback position, it makes it that much even worse
it.
to keep Kurt. Because what you don't want is once Pennis get to that fifth year or closer to that fifth year, all the money start going up. You're gonna start paying the contract's gonna be even bigger. So you might like I said, if they don't get anything worked out with the quarterback cap, like you could be looking at $80 million paying a guy a quarterback. They already getting paid 60 million right now.
And a team that did come
That's crazy.
smart this past year was Green Bay. He said, what is that? Jordan Love
Yep.
sometime was a couple
Hmm.
of years, but they paid Jordan Love early enough not to have that $60 million thing in himself.
Yep.
So, and what? 1 year starting, they paid him, save money that way. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to think about
Yeah.
that business. You got to look at the thing as a business. You look at it as a business, they try to save money, stop paying a lot of money later in the day. So, but anyway. All right, man. I got one more question. This is going to be the last question of the day. This is going to be a little hot, but I'm going to put it out there anyway.
I was trying to have somebody's scrap. You trying to have their group scrapping.
Could or would the Falcons part way with Coach Raheem if he missed the playoff?
Oh, I'm leading them alone. Sam, you can go.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm.
I'm leading them alone because I'm tired of people coming after me.
mean,
leave your neck alone, Mike.
Look. I ain't but 6'2", 6'3", 190 pounds.
uh,
I can't take that type of punishment like y'all.
the
That's all right. I got
uh,
enough for you.
the comment
He gonna be your line. He gonna be your defensive lineman.
the common knowledge perspective of this, um, in common sense wise, I think it would be a shot in our both of our own foots, the left and the right, to have another knee jack reaction 2 years in a row. Are we really going to entertain firing the coach 2 years in a row? on the in kind of the same stance, knee jerk reaction. I mean, how's
Never done it.
how's the thinking?
Whew.
I'm just
Mhm.
now. The reason I ask this question here, you outrunning the South, but you can't outrun nobody else.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's kind of.
I- i-
Mm.
is that the realistic outlook, or
I'm
is
just saying, you beating your team from the South, who are actually still down to. If you look at it, they're still down to, but you can't beat nobody else.
Ooh, Jesus, boy, we are 2.5 games better than we were last season, and these are the conversations that we are having.
But we ain't won. But we haven't won 7 games yet, Sam.
All right,
This is just a simple question. It's a yeah or nay, but we got to be honest with ourselves. We've lost games.
I mean, how honest can we be without being suicidal right here?
I mean, it don't matter whether. Look, Sam. This is what I always tell you. You got to take you got to take yourself out
I'm
of this
just asking
because
what.
hold on, because you don't know what Arthur is thinking. We don't know if he's on a short leash with anybody. He could be like, bro, this ain't good enough. I need somebody in here who's gonna have this team ready. We
Short
don't know
leash
what.
or not, would
It
it really
don't
make
matter.
sense to fire a coach 2 years in a row?
Yes,
How
it
much?
does.
I
Yes,
mean,
it does. If you're
you
Arthur,
really risking to spend
Sam,
unnecessary money like that? I'm asking
listen.
a financial question. This
I,
ain't got
I'm
nothing to do with
Or
feelings.
it's
I'm asking
I'm
financial.
I'm I'm about to answer. This is why I said it does make sense if you're Arthur and if your leash is look, bro. I need to win. Period. That's the goal because that may be his goal. I don't know what his goal is. We don't know what he's thinking because he could be thinking like, look, bro, we got a Bill Plus. I mean, you got a Dean, just anybody right now with a name, Steve Wilkes, a Bill Belichick, some of these guys with experience to win right now. Let's just say that's what he's thinking is to win right now, and the fastest way to get there is to bring one of those guys in. If that's the way he's thinking that's
you
the
want to
that's
say
the thing because at the end of the day we are patient, we are patient as fans, but if our owner is saying to himself like, bro, look, I want to do LeBron, I want to bring in all the best coaches. I want to bring in all the best players and say, look, I need my championship now. I don't care how y'all do it, but you better get it done. He may be thinking like that because this dude is 80 years old. He's not 60, 70 years old like Jeffrey Lurie and all them other guys in Philadelphia. Like them guys are young. He's 80 years old, and we don't know, and God forbid, we don't know how long he's going to be around. If he's going to retire, he could be thinking about retirement and bringing his family in and controlling the team right now. So he's probably trying to like go all out in 1 year. So these are the things that he made. Do I think it's going to happen? Absolutely not. But we don't know what Arthur is thinking. You know how these motherfuckers when they get 80 years old, they get old and senile and less patient. He ain't trying to hear that. So it's
Anything
just
is possible.
we got to look at what he's thinking and take ourselves out of that situation and have that conversation.
I'm gonna say yes and no. It's gonna depend on number one, who's available that has enough experience to get it done, and number two, how much patience he has as far as what Raheem does during the season. That's that to me, in my opinion, that's what would cause it. How are you losing games? How are you winning games?
Mm-hmm.
And is there anybody out there that's willing to
That
take a
right
head
there, boy.
coaching job
Yep.
that's got enough experience to get us where we are?
What about what if because this is a situation? What if a guy like Rex Ryan said, "Bro, I'm ready to coach again." We know he loved Rex Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I said
We know what Rich can do on defense.
all of this
He
went
he
down.
his track record on defense is proven.
I said this when
It's
all of this
first up.
went down. I hope one knee jerk reaction don't ends up being another knee jerk reaction. It,
I
and
mean,
that's
that's the NFL though. That's all, it's all about knee jerk reactions. That's where it's always been. That's why the draft, you go to the draft, you go to free agency, it's all about knee jerk reaction. It's
Nobody's
never
ever
not been.
satisfied. Nobody's
Nobody,
ever
nobody
satisfied.
really knows. Nobody really knows. Everything is based on knee jerk reaction. What you think is going, because even drafting Michael Penix, even drafting a Drake London was a knee jerk reaction. Even drafting a Bijan Robinson was a knee jerk reaction. You look at Philadelphia and taking Carter, that was a knee jerk reaction because like he had a whole lot of shit going on at the time. So everything in football has always been knee jerk reaction. Paying Dak Prescott the money that it was a knee jerk reaction. Everything in football and sports is based on knee jerk reaction. The thing is, you got to prepare yourself, and like Juan was saying, is surround yourself and make that knee jerk reaction the best that it could possibly be to make sure that it is successful to a certain extent.
Yeah. Now, in the same question, we get 7 wins again and make the playoffs per se. Just imagine.
And make the playoff.
And make the playoffs. Just imagine.
Okay.
Is that probable?
No.
Nah, cause then it goes, then it starts over. Because remember, like I said a couple shows back, we get into the playoffs with Kirk. What's the one axe they got to grind? Oh, he can only win one playoff game. So now that's something personally for Kirk he trying to overcome. And then we as a team trying to get back to the NFC Championship.
Hmm.
You
Okay,
see?
in the same sense, Kirk has a great game. The defense look like shit. Whose fault is it?
Who fault is it? Oof.
Yeah.
Mm.
I say I personally say
We doing the same shit we've been doing the whole.
we
Oh,
damn
oh,
coach.
you already you
Coach
know the
was
answer to
right
that.
there with me. Coach was right there with me. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that. That's why I'm getting rid of Kurt. He have a phenomenal game. I'm getting rid of his ass in a heartbeat because we don't know how many more years he got that with him. So I'm trading his ass immediately if he has a great playoff game and we lose. Yeah, his ass gone. I'm trading him with the quickness. I'm not gonna wait for a 36-year-old guy to get old on me. Nah, bro. You got to think, like I said, you got to think about the future. And like I said, when a guy gets a certain age, just like running backs, when the running backs start getting closer to that 30 age, you start to see guys go down. So yeah, I ain't waiting. I'm getting rid of his ass. I'm getting rid of Kurt with the quickness. But like at the same time, like it's a process. We know it's a process. But like it being a process, we don't know how long Kurt is going to be here.
Yeah. So anyway, been an hour and a half already. We didn't even go over the game today. Oh well. Anyway, Georgia playing Massachusetts. Oh well.
Oh, they paying. Oh, that's
Yeah.
at 3:40. What 12:45 or something?
Oh, they
12:45.
a couple minutes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hope
12:45.
Carson throw for like 500 yards so these Georgia fans can get back on the bandwagon.
Yeah. All right, man. We're gonna do a quick question and answer. We've got about 10 more minutes in here. You guys got any questions? Put them in the chat, and we'll go over them as much as we can. I don't want to have another 7-10 record for the 4th time in a row. I don't either.
Dre, I never said that I was gonna keep Kurt. We you go back and watch our lives. Me and K Style been talking about this for a long time. Even when we drafted Michael Penix, we never said that Kurt was going to be here for 3-4 years. We always said 1, maybe 2 years.
One, number two. Yep.
And just to verify it, because what y'all just heard, the back and forth between me and him has been going on. That we've
Oh,
had
it's been going on for a minute. Yeah, I
so
only
I can
said 1,
verify
maybe.
that they have been saying this, and I've been the one on the other side of the. So yeah,
Yeah,
trust me, he
me and
ain't never.
Kev.
Him and Kev, and I've been on the opposing side of this conversation
Yep.
each and every time. So yes, he has.
Yeah.
He has never not once. That has been his stance. Okay, that has been their stance. Kev was the first one to say it. And
Yep.
I asked the question, and what you just heard not 10 minutes ago between me and him has been the conversation since training camp.
Yeah.
Let
So
it play out,
we
y'all.
have these conversations. We have these conversations, man. Like I said, it's not popular, but this is what we need to hear it. Cause you're not gonna hear it from too many other creators out here. They don't
I'm a
want to talk
drum.
about this stuff.
I like drama queen stuff.
Hey, look.
Yeah, yeah, you got that backhand spoon over there just stirring the damn pot.
Hey man, but it needs to be thought about because a lot of people like just letting something. No, this we look bad, guys. I hate to say it, we look bad. It doesn't look good right now. You know,
Look,
because like I said, we
live
were spared
to the bye
this
week.
hype train, but it ain't working out like I want it to work out. So
Yeah.
We limped into the bye week. I just hope we have enough bandages and sutures and tape. You know what I'm saying?
no,
That right there, Sam. That right there.
we need tournaments. Fuck a
You know,
band-aid.
Woo, boy. Look,
I just hope
we
we
need
give
that.
us enough time to
Shit.
for the mass unit to do their work. You know what I'm saying? And we get these six bodies back on defense.
Mm.
And you know,
We ain't getting them back though. Sam,
I know,
Hitman ain't come back.
I know,
It'd be surprising if you see Troy come back this year. I hate to say
Yeah.
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's kind of surprised. So
That,
yeah.
yeah, I hate to see Kurt the way things are going right now. Like I said, look, we can easily go on a 3-game winning streak.
Easy.
You
We
know
have
what
to
I'm
get
saying?
3 games.
We got the offensively. We can carry this defense, so it's possible. But the thing is, we just got to play better. We got to play better defensively. Not a major step, but we just need to play better in order to win. So it's far from over. But
Can we make enough plays on defense? That's what's gonna come down.
That's it.
that's really it.
We don't need one turnover. Every time we get a turnover, we win the game. So I'm just saying. We just got to get a fucking turnover.
Man, for real.
yeah.
Team get a
Every
turnover.
time we don't, we lose.
Mm. Yeah. But anyway, you guys got anything else to say? Remember?
Oh, look, we got all the questions. Coach, shoot, I ain't gonna have nothing else to damn talk about damn Monday because Coach done talk. He done said he done took everything I was gonna talk.
Oh man, I've been at a
I probably make fun of Lamar Jackson again Monday. That's probably what I'll do.
That's Sam's favorite quarterback.
I know. That's why I said that.
Goddamn button.
That's his favorite quarterback. He knows what it is. He got his pitch on the wall.
With some darts on it.
Before this is over with, y'all gonna learn to understand and respect. Y'all gonna put some respect on the names of Randall Cunningham, Doug Williams, and Warren Moon and Steve McNair by the time I get done with you.
Oh boy.
Mic drop.
Okay, hold on. D. Coleman got a question. He said, "Do y'all know Jay Rogers, D-line coach, played quarterback and spent half his coaching offense and even the worst than TJ at coaching wide receiver?" Well,
No, that's not the same Jay. I don't think that's the same Jay Waters.
I don't know. I hope not.
I don't think that because this day Jay Rogers, I think they got
That was
this
a D
guy from the
lineman, wasn't he?
Chargers. Yeah, he was the Chargers. I don't think that's the same Jay Rogers.
How in the hell?
What's going on, bro?
I'm watching the Indiana game.
They up by
It
7 now.
was no. What? Look, it was 3rd and 35.
Hmm.
They got it down to 4th and 10, and then they got a first down.
Remind you of somebody? No, that's
Atlanta.
anyway. Let me stop. Anyway. All right, guys. So, Sam, you got any last words, man?
Lamar Jackson is not elite.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Big
Bang
Ant.
bang. Hey, y'all enjoy y'all off week, man.
Yeah, man.
Taking the mental health week, man.
Take
That's
a
all I'm
day
gonna
off
say.
from Hater Incorporated.
Please,
Just one. Just one.
please take a couple days off.
There are 374 days left in the year. There's still another 24 hours and 8 days out of the week still left. Just take one day off.
One day. Okay.
Just one.
Just one. That's all you need.
Anyway, man, I want to thank everybody.
Yeah, come on.
Man, you about 3 hours
Clock
late.
in,
Talking about good morning.
Yeah, talking about good morning. Good God Almighty.
We finna good to go. Anyway,
And you can take that last part off.
They in there 2 hours.
Take that last part off. Go on somewhere.
What's going on, Ralph?
but yeah. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow morning, the regulator show, 11 a.m. And that's all I got to do tomorrow. Y'all don't know I'm gonna sleep tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Nothing.
I may have about 5 drinks tomorrow.
Hey, y'all leave me some comments, man, because I need to get on some videos. So leave me some comments on Mad Mike Sports. I did some I got some a lot of cuts from our discussion with Lamar Jackson about Lamar Jackson. So just leave me some like even if it's some player that you got from college. I'm ready. I'm getting ready. So I'm tuning up the bands for December because it's December like right around the corner. That's when I start doing a lot of my draft stuff. So leave your comments, man. Please leave us comments so we can get this down.
This
So
year
that's what I got.
This year, yeah, that's something I'm talking. This year, I want all of us to get together. We're gonna do a real nice draft. Not the draft show, but a players in the draft who we think gonna be hot this year.
Oh yeah.
So, but
I'm ready, y'all.
Yeah, me too. All right. So Saturday, Georgia comes on in a couple minutes. You guys go check that game out. It should be a Marley Walk, but don't bet on them because they're not gonna cover. So
man, look. I gave up on Georgia doing anything.
Don't
like doing anything that you put money on Georgia. You crazy.
I mean, Kirby still got his homeboy as the offensive coordinator. So
man, look, Kirby's still fishing at Lake Lanier, man.
Oh my Lord.
Lake Alatoona or something.
The Alatoona. Okay. Watch those bodies. No, anyway. No, we're gonna get out of here, guys. Thanks guys again. And don't forget, I forgot to tell you this earlier in the day. Hit that subscribe button. I think I'm like 25 away right now. You guys hit the subscribe button. Give me the 5 before Christmas. Give me a Christmas present. Give me 5 or something. I don't know. Anything.
I'm just saying. Anyway, I need 29 to get to 200.
That's right. Go to OGs, man. Get him subscribe. Hit those subscribe button, man. It's free. It ain't cost you a thing.
Right.
Love costs more. Love costs more than the subscription. I'm just saying. So, all right, man. Thank you guys, man, for hopping on with me this morning. OG, Mad Mike, Big X.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you guys, man. Like I say, y'all have a great day. We finna get out of here. Peace.
Peace.